Hello everybody. Today we're checking out Magical Girl Maho. This is a game that I have seen little bits and pieces of. It appears to have quite a clever concept, which I think is really cool actually. It also looks like it might be a little difficult, so we're gonna see how it plays. I have not played this before though, and I don't know anything about it beyond what I've seen little animations of. So let's go ahead and read the game page here. Magical Girl Maho is a game where you play as a cute hammer-wielding magical girl who flings metal balls at terrifying creatures of the night in order to befriend them. Demo Day version 0.1 contains 3 enemy types, which will spawn infinitely. Treat this as a very early gameplay demo showing off combat mechanics and not much more. Current features: 3 Moog types, combo plus score system, cute. Projectile firing combo system plus charge system. Plan features: 2 bosses, reflectable enemy bullets, music, proper title screen art, easy to hard loop functionality. Please leave any thoughts or feedback in the comment section below, or you can access me on Discord. Alright, so we're going to give you a playtest video. So let's get into the game here. Let's get rid of the overlay. This is apparently a Pico 8 game, which is quite interesting. I don't think it mentioned controls, so we're going to have to figure that out. It does say press 0, I believe that is. Is that a 0, or is that like... Okay, enter appears to be sort of a pause. What would it be? Press what? It's not 0? On Earth. Let's try the controller, the gamepad here. Anything? Nope. Not responding to the gamepad. I don't know what else to press here. Oh, one of these. I think that was a P button. Looks like that pauses also. Key, I should say. Oh, I hit one of them. One of the ZXC buttons here. Alright, so we got, alright, I guess we're in the game now. I do notice it's... Alright, it feels very weird. So for one thing, there's... Because of the resolution being so low, it kind of almost feels like you're... Well, technically you are tied to a grid, and you can kind of feel it. So that feels a little weird. It also, I'm assuming, means that the diagonals aren't normalized, which means that you're going to move faster going diagonally than you are going cardinal directions, which I generally consider kind of a flaw. But yeah, it does feel a little weird playing a shmup where it's kind of, yeah. I don't like that it's not normalized. It feels very awkward. The other thing is it appears to have a little bit of an input lag, I think. It does feel a little bit laggy, so that might be a result of VSync or something. Although generally I find VSync is fine on 2D games. But yeah, I don't know if I'm imagining it, but it does feel a little laggy. So that being said, it appears that we can't get... Alright, so the lasers do hurt us, but running into the enemies don't. So it's actually, I've just been not even trying here, and I've managed to kind of avoid damage, which might be kind of reasonable, because I think this mechanic seems a little... Alright, so yeah, this... Oh, I can just hit them directly. Oh, they explode, huh. Interesting. Alright, so I do notice that, is it Z, I guess? I should say press Z, I suppose. But I do notice that this hammer attack does have a lot of delay on it also. Like, I think even more so than the other inputs here, so... I don't know if that's by design, but I don't consider it a very good thing. I expect if I press a button to do something that it's going to happen when I press the button and not like in a moment. Especially with something that's apparently so timing based as this is. Yeah, in any case, I do realize that the... Wow. When they explode though, that's pretty brutal because it spits out all those shots. I also don't know where my hitbox is. I don't know if it's like my whole sprite or if it's something smaller. I generally appreciate when shmups have small hitboxes. I think they play better and they're just less frustrating. Not necessarily easier because you can make it as hard as you want, regardless of how big the hitbox is. So I definitely recommend small hitboxes. Yeah, as far as I understand it, you're supposed to kind of throw these things and then you can kind of combo if you can hit the little rocks over and over again here. But yeah, with the fact that they blow up and it spits all those things, those are like, it's like almost it's more dangerous to kill things than it is to just not. Oh, how did that happen? Alright, so yeah, it's a little hard to kind of explore the mechanics as it is, because it kind of throws a bunch of stuff at you right off the bat. So I'm kind of trying to talk through everything, and unfortunately it gets a little much. But that's weird. Apparently, oops. Apparently, if you get it like right down the middle, it does sort of a laser thing or something. Jeez. Oh gosh, see, I'm not expecting these guys to blow up into things that actually hurt me. It hasn't quite sunk into my head yet that when the guys die that they're emitting bullets, basically. So, so yeah, unfortunately, the biggest thing I'm running into is that there's so much delay on your hammer swing that the whole kind of gameplay hook here of the timing-based rock smacking thing here, whatever you call this, the fact that it's timing-based and your attack doesn't really follow the timing that you press it in, it makes it very difficult to time things right. So that's kind of what I'm noticing most of all here so far. It's very difficult to be accurate, so... That one didn't even... I think that looked kind of buggy right there, because I threw a rock and then I swung and then nothing happened. It looked like I should have hit it right there. Might be worth looking at a little closer in the replay or whatever. Oh, you can hold it down. For like a laser. Oh, that's cool. You do have a stamina. So... Oh, and if you use it all, you move slow even. Wow, that's quite unforgiving. Alright, so, I mean, in general, I'm not often a fan of stamina meters. I tend to feel like this kind of almost became a fad after Dark Souls and everything. I'm not making any accusations, but I've noticed a lot of people just throw them in their games, and I don't generally think they're very... I don't think they add positively to the experience most of the time. In this case, maybe there was... It may be that the developer was attempting to limit spamming attacks or something in a way that's game breaking, that sort of thing, which is, I mean, it's a valid enough approach, I suppose. But it is apparently very unforgiving if you actually use it all up, because then you're in this kind of this like tired state here for a minute, and it affects your movement speed really badly. So that seems very dangerous. But maybe we can try doing actual more serious play. I don't feel like I'm very good at this. The timing and everything is just really hard. However, just dodging enemies without attacking seems massively easier than actually trying to kill them. So that's an interesting concept, right? Gotta hit the right button. So that's always gonna go straight ahead. It's awkward doing this with controls though, like holding down the attack and then pressing the other button and then releasing attack. That's pretty awkward. At least with the keyboard here. So yeah, you definitely don't want to kill a guy when you're right next to him because of the fact that they emit all these bullets. And presumably there's some kind of I can't keep the buttons. I can't keep track of which button is which here. It's always a little awkward for me to have like the attack button be on like my weaker finger, which is in this case my ring finger is what I'm using. So it kind of feels a little backwards. I definitely would prefer controller input. I could certainly play better with that, and that's generally true of pretty much anything that doesn't, you know, use the mouse. But yeah, I would appreciate it if you... So let me try this real quick, see if... Because I didn't try it in game, but yeah, it doesn't appear to respond to controller input yet. Nice to have that implemented, of course. But yeah, I assume there's some kind of bonus if you get multiple hits over and over again. It seems like it would be fun if I could pull it off better. I'm obviously not very good at it, so... Whoa. See, sometimes that happens accidentally, and I didn't even do anything to make that happen. I don't know if it's because I accidentally held it for just a slight moment too long, I guess. It does seem to... There's so much delay in it that it seems to happen like after you already released the button and that sort of thing. So I think something about the fact that there is that delay in the input on the main attack there. It's both a delay in pressing it and releasing it, it appears. So also, it occurs to me the fact that you can hold and release it is, I imagine, is probably contributing to the delay, because that means it's only attacking on mouse up and not mouse down. So that's probably has something to do with it. I'm now realizing, but I find that pretty frustrating. I do understand the concept of wanting this charge attack sort of thing. What you could do is you could have it so that it swings on mouse down, but then you can hold it to charge up your next thing or whatever. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be reasonable. So yeah, I definitely recommend making this, at the very least, make the attack happen on mouse down instead of, on key down instead of key up. It'll help it be a little more responsive. Other than that, if there is further input lag, I would try to hunt that down. It's not pleasant to play with input lag, so... Oops. So, yeah, let's give it another shot, see if we can maybe get a little further or something. Oh, that guy just hit me right away. It seems like the guys that, I don't know if they're bats or something, but they kind of just shoot the little bullets straight at you. It doesn't seem like they really telegraph very obviously. Like these laser guys have the great telegraph. It's like really super visible, and you certainly have plenty of time to get out of the way. The ones that shoot the little bullets, even if the bullets are slow, it doesn't help you if you're like really close to them. That one bat thing doesn't seem to want to come on screen. He seems to keep appearing over here and then flying off the screen, so I can't even... Yeah, he's still doing that, so I can't even observe his behavior. He's the guy I'm trying to talk about. Seems kind of buggy. I don't know why some of these enemies are just spawning and going off the screen. But I guess we want to... Huh? Those eye guys are really persistent and just like aiming directly at you, though. It's a little annoying. Yeah. For some reason, those guys in the left, I mean, on the right and kind of the upper right here, just keep spawning and running out of the screen, so I can't really... Oh. Oh, well, that's fun. That's actually a lot of fun. It seems... I don't think that's intended, is it? I mean, it's really cool. It's like a... like a shotgun or something. Maybe it is intended. I mean, I noticed there's the delay after you throw the first one, so... It's a lot of fun doing that. I don't know that it is necessarily balanced or something. I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't... If the point is to like play for score or something and you have to combo the things as much as possible, then obviously that's not really going to be... I mean, maybe you can do it that way and you can combo something, I don't know. Something that randomly bounces off of someone. Oh, I gotta pay attention. There's a lot to pay attention to, so I think it's reasonable that the kind of the amount of stuff on screen in terms of stuff that actually damages you, given the kind of trickiness and certain complexity of the main mechanics here. So I think that's pretty well designed so far, even if it's just early and basic. I do think it did seem like when I died the last time, I was a little bit... the hitbox seemed a little bigger than I anticipated, so yeah, I would definitely suggest taking a look at that. It really doesn't need to be as big as the sprite, not even... I mean, you can make a shmup with very, very small hitboxes and it'll still work just fine, so that's usually the fun way to do it. But yeah, this bat guy that's actually... I don't know that he's a bat, I guess he's sort of a pterodactyl or something. Now that he's not bugging out as much, at least he wasn't for a bit there, I can see that he in fact doesn't have any kind of telegraph, so it'd be nice to have that. These skull guys apparently don't attack you at all, I'm noticing just now. I do like that you don't take damage running into the enemies, and I hope you keep that, because I think that works well. Not a lot of people like to do that. I think people just assume that that's the way video games are supposed to work, and don't agree with that. So I think that's a good thing. That, I guess, pterodactyl guy seems to be kind of bugged out again. But But yeah, it'd be nice to have some kind of telegraph on his attack, so you can see it coming. Because like I mentioned before, if you're really close to him, then it just kind of spits it directly into you, and you just get hurt. Don't have any kind of reaction time. And with that, I think there's only 2 enemies that can hurt you, aside from the fact, well, there's 3 enemies total. 2 of them attack you, and I guess all of them explode into a bunch of dangerous bullets when you kill them, so it's quite interesting. Maybe, oh, maybe all of them don't, because that one apparently didn't, so maybe it's only the skulls that do that. Is that the way it works? That wasn't very good. Must only be the skulls then. How high can you hit it? You can hit it at a pretty high angle, but you really have to... see, that's part of the problem is you can't time your hammer swings based on when you press it, because it's when you release it. So that's something you have to release it as fast as possible if you need it to be kind of immediate. So that's something that's messing me up here. All right, so that guy apparently hurt me. It seems we can kind of get away with just beating up the bat guys if we wanted. But it does take out our stamina pretty fast here. It's just 2 hits. Is everyone just 2 hits? It seems like the bad guys only take 1 hit from just normal, so that's interesting. Alright, so I mean, we've probably... That guy keeps just flying off the screen. I think we've probably seen about all we're going to see. I really like the general concept a lot. I think it's really cool. As it is, it doesn't play that great in my opinion, mostly just due to the fact that I don't like the kind of input lag going on. I do think it's difficult that the diagonals being faster. I don't really know what may happen for kind of rounding this to the nearest pixel, because everything is pixel aligned here. So normalizing the diagonals, I guess you can get kind of a ballpark maybe. I don't know how that works out. I've never tried to make a game that was this low resolution with pixel alignment and I guess 8 direction movement, etc. So but yeah, it is kind of annoying that you just move at different speeds depending on which direction you're going. So it'll be something worth looking into, I think. And yeah, in general, I think it's pretty cool. I'd like to play it with a gamepad and with just more responsive controls, and I think it'd be a lot more fun. Obviously, there's a lot to be done in terms of designing levels and enemies and bosses and stuff, so that'll be cool. But yeah, I think the concept's great. I think it's really cool. I like that you didn't make it into like a bullet hell or anything like that. It's refreshing, and the fact that it's not even difficult to just kind of dodge things, I think just works well with the idea that it takes a lot of focus to kind of try and aim and juggle these rock things. So I think that was a great choice. But yeah, hopefully this was useful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.